Hi, my name is Vicky and I do these free channeled messages every week to help with some guidance and direction for you. All you need to do is close your eyes and ask, what do I need to hear this week? And when you open your eyes, you'll be drawn to one of those cards. Choose your number and I will give you the definitions of what they mean. If you chose card 1, forgiveness in a situation. If you chose this number, then you are being asked to go easy on yourself and allow yourself to be forgiven for being involved in the unfolding of a story. You haven't made a mistake and you haven't been fooled. There is a blessing lying under the surface which brought a new level of understanding within you and gave your soul the experience that it needed for growth. This is all about forgiving yourself for the judgment you have made upon yourself. Forgiving yourself for feeling as though you were fooled or embarrassed. Forgiving yourself for thinking you should have seen it coming. You were only doing what you knew at the time, and now you know differently, and that is why things happen, to bring you that growth. It's entirely up to you if you can forgive others, but if you can't, fair enough, turn that forgiveness onto yourself for being a part of the story. If you chose card 2, third dimension to fifth dimension. You may have heard people talking about this, and if you are already in the fifth dimension, you will completely know what this means. But if you are still in the third dimension, you may be questioning it. You may be feeling a bit different as you are emerging into 5D with physical symptoms in the body and seeing things differently, but you also may not be fully submersed yet into 5D if you are still operating from the ego. If life hasn't changed much for you and you are still seeing things the same way you always have, then you are still in the 3D field. Each person is evolving at the pace that is right for them. You aren't being left behind or anything. But when you do start to shift into 5D, you will wonder how on earth you used to view things as you did, because it will be so different now. The higher you go, the more you drop the ego, drop judgment, and feel such an internal peace. It's worth the ride to get there. If you chose card 3, Truth and Secrets, this week for you feels to have an energy around it which is going to reveal some truths to you, and also where any secrets that have been hidden in the past are going to be emerging into the light. People can start to feel fear when they realize a secret is going to come to light, because the first thing they do is have a fear of judgment or fear the consequences, but this feels to have the energy around it of being freeing, finally having a cloud lifted and the explanation in plain sight for all to see, and a feeling of relief. This can be a truth or secret revealed on a personal level, or it can be happening on a grander scale for a lot of people to become aware of something. The saying that the truth will set you free is going to apply this week. This is not coming out to hurt you, it's coming out to put something behind you so you can move on with freedom in your heart. If you chose card 4, Strange Happenings. There feels to be unexplained events happening around you, strange noises that you can't explain. Even when you go investigating, you can't figure out where the noise is coming from. Seeing synchronicity everywhere you look with repeated numbers or repeated words, where computers or phones will play up like there is some electrical interference, to waking up during the night at exactly the same time from your sleep, night after night, with no explanation for this, receiving a strange phone call that makes no sense or there is no one on the other end of the line, seeing flashes out of the corner of your eye like someone is standing there looking at you, hearing your name being called out and no one says they asked for you. This is happening because you are tuning into the energy around you more and more, and you are really in alignment with your space and the energy around you. If you chose card 5, Question Everything. If you chose number 5, you are being encouraged to question everything that you are being told. If you are in a meeting with someone and they are giving you advice on a certain matter, question them on some points to get more clarity. If you're watching the news and it doesn't add up, question it. Do your own research. If you read something online and it may or may not make sense, still question it and read a bit further. Go with your gut instinct. If it looks like a rat and smells like a rat, find out if it is a rat. There feels to be this energy of not blindly going along with what someone says and questioning it for yourself. You will find when you question people and they are not expecting to be questioned, they will stumble upon their words, because maybe in the past no one questioned them before, and now they are being put on the spot. If you chose card 6, the past re-emerging. Number 6 this week has the energy around it of either someone returning from your past or an experience being repeated. If it is someone from your past, this may be someone you parted from in a negative manner, where you drifted away or cut them off and they are returning with an apology. You will also need to remember that how people were in the past does not mean that is how they are today. Think about yourself and how you felt when things were drifting apart, and the type of person you were in that moment to the type of person you are today. You are different, you have grown, and so have they, so you will need to remember that. If it is a circumstance that is being repeated, I wonder how you will handle it this time around with all that you have learnt. Will you go blindly down that same road again, or are you wise this time and will stop and breathe for a moment and do it differently this time around? Choice is yours. Thank you for enjoying my messages, and thank you for liking and subscribing to my page. If you would be interested in getting a reading, I am available. Just pop over to my website, www.vickybuttonpsychic.com.